but for 13 miles.
The second area.
Well, whatever.
Whatever, 5 miles.
We can do it!
But not the group. And comes to see the Cluny Monastery. No relation with George Clooney.
I know. In my head, I'm always thinking about it. This is George.
Comes to one of these talks, and nobody gets to sleep.
We're staying awake.
So Eric, what kind of wine is that you're drinking? It's an unfamiliar wine.
This is water.
That's his Visigoth part. He's drinking the beer, the Germanic part.
All right, I'm gonna start embarrassing people by getting them on. I've got to do this. Let's capture it. All you have to do is just say who you are, and if you want to say a few words about yourself, you can do that. Starting with you, Pat.
I'm Pat. I really like wine.
He really likes wine.
I really like wine.
Like 4,000 cases or something? 400?
4,000 bottles.
4,000 bottles.
He had to build a house just
that.
for that.
And he and Ann are in Chicago area, and this is.
I'm Ann.
This
and
is Ann.
I am thoroughly enjoying this adventure, and I wish you were here.
There we are. And here we have their good friend, Pat's longtime friend,
Michael.
Michael.
I'm Michael. Michael and Vicki from Toronto, Canada. We're Canadians over here learning all about the history and culture of Spain and seeing their beautiful country and meeting a bunch of wonderful people. It's an absolute blast.
I could tell that he was Canadian because we were talking today and he talked about the White House. The White House. Only Canadians do that. And here we have his lovely wife, Vicki.
Thank you. Yes, I'm enjoying this group that they've put together. And we don't normally do group vacations, but this has been fabulous meeting Ralph and Al and everybody else in the group, and it's been so fun doing the Camino. And we speed up or slow down and talk to people on the way, and it's great to hear everybody's story.
And a quick word about Vicki is she's an artist.
Cute.
And her specialty is something called quilling,
Yes.
which is a form of art that uses paper and makes thin strips of paper into essentially little pieces of sculpture, and it's remarkable.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm skipping this guy because we know.
I don't have nothing to say. They're all going to know.
And we're moving on to Lolita.
Hi, I'm Lolita Semiday. I'm from San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'm an attorney specializing in immigration law, and here's my husband.
Here's her husband, Hector.
Ramos means branches. In English, I'm also an attorney, non-practicing attorney, but still busy, occupied, and happily so.
And the two of them survived the hurricane last year, and I have a lot to say about what it was like during that horrible time when San Juan and all of Puerto Rico was devastated by the hurricane.
And we're coming back.
Moving on to Kathy.
Well, actually, it's Kathleen.
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 Do you go by Kathleen?
I do.
I thought you told me you were Kathy.
Never.
All right.
You are a liar.
I am a liar and a scoundrel.
A liar.
Let's hear about you, Kathleen.
Nothing to say much. I'm interested, I'm just enjoying being in Spain. It's a wonderful, wonderful country, and I'm glad to be here.
And she has her son who is an inventor.
Well,
And her father was an inventor.
My grandfather
was an inventor.
Yes.
So she's helping her son make decisions about his inventions.
And that's why I'm broke.
That's why he's broke. And here we have the first of Tom's family.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I'm from St. Louis, and I like steak.
Oh, yes, she does.
That's Missouri.
Tom, whom you meet in a second, has 5 daughters.
4 daughters.
4 daughters, that's right. 4 daughters,
Oh, well, whether we know.
of which Nancy is the oldest.
I always listen to
And she is, among many things, a very accomplished power lifter.
Yes.
How about the first one I've ever known? And here we have Dad, Per, have to interrupt you, Tom, in the middle of a meal. This is very difficult to do, I know. So this is the father of 4 daughters. And is there anything you would add to that, Tom?
I've been much abused, but I
He's been much abused. So we were just talking about fishing and about St. Louis. He and the family have lived in St. Louis forever. The girls were raised in St. Louis in what town? Section? Webster Grove. So there you are. And here is daughter number 4, Susan. I love Susan because, of course, that's my wife's name.
Yeah, but you don't know that I have really bad anxiety, and this camera in my face right now is really not good. So, peace out. Love you. Bye.
There we have it. Not going to force anyone to participate.